Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Home Again. So Home Again stars Reese Witherspoon, who is a stay-at-home mom with perfect lighting and perfect makeup, who has two younger daughters that she is watching over, who also have perfect lighting and perfect makeup, and she ends up running across three filmmakers. Well, one of them is a director, the other is a writer, and the other is an actor, and during her birthday, she runs into them, and she ends up taking all three of them home. One of them she sleeps with, and then she decides that they should stay in her house, and because of that, there's a lot of conflict that happens with the little girls in the movie, and the father in the movie, and her interaction with everyone else, and it's your generic romantic comedy that happens around this time. Home Again is absolutely a movie you have seen before 100 times. It follows every single cliche that is possible in the book. Not only does it just feel like a romantic comedy in a negative way, it feels like a Hallmark movie, and it follows every single cliche and every single story structure that films like these have. However, that's not really the biggest issue that Home Again has to deal with, because the people going to see this movie, the people that this movie was designed for, stay-at-home moms, they won't really care. They'll have liked the fact that they enjoyed watching this movie, because Home Again is a cute movie. I went in with no real expectations, and because of that, I came out not having been disappointed or not having been happy with the result. I sort of went into this movie knowing nothing about it, because I barely saw any trailers. I just went in and I saw Home Again, and it's alright. It's a cute movie, and that's really the best thing you can say about it, because while you're watching it, you find some enjoyment in it. It's so unrealistic, and it's so cinematic to the point that it doesn't really go past that, and it doesn't really become anything that's important, or anything topical, or anything that will be remembered for more than a couple minutes. But to be honest, I didn't leave the theater hating myself. I enjoyed it. It's not enough to give it a good grade, because the film suffers from so many issues that we'll get into a little later, but I have to say I did not dislike this movie particularly. There are far more movies out there that are far more forgettable and far more offensive and repulsive than this one to get angry about. Really, it's just a small little romantic comedy released in kind of not necessarily a dry season, but it was released as counter-programming to it after a couple weeks where really nothing came out, and it opened to about 9 million, and it'll basically just continue to make little bits of money. It'll go to the Hallmark Channel for a couple weeks, and then it'll be done with. And Home Again, for that, is just simply fine. The movie just really struggles with the fact that it never really has a human moment. They never really stop to fully give you a feel of who these characters are. They're just constantly going for their next goal, or they're constantly trying to find new conflict with each other. But all the conflict doesn't really have any importance, because it clashes with the fact that the characters don't really have any development. Well, they do have development, but there's no reason you should really care for them. Reese Witherspoon, the only reason you should care for her and her subplot is because she's innocent, and she's put in a bad situation. And that's okay, that's fine. That's her entire character, though. And when there's nothing else there, it's hard to really care about her. And the same thing goes for the filmmakers, guys. They're struggling, and they're trying to make it, trying to find a place to sleep, trying to find a place to, eat food, and this is the place that they have. And for that, it's fine. I mean, it follows every single cliche that you could possibly think of, and it's also extremely emotionally manipulative. It's almost like they made an effort intentionally just to have emotionally manipulative drama, because none of it even slightly feels real. None of it even slightly feels like it has any consequence at all. And because of that, that just really makes Home Again forgettable. But to be honest, those aren't really big issues in terms of the whole scope of the movie. I know I'm probably sounding repetitive at this point, but like I said, this is just a cute movie. It's fine. It's okay. It came out, and it's gonna leave, and I don't really see the need to review it, because I'm not sure how many people will watch this review in the first place, but really, I don't really have anything constructive or huge to say about it. It's a movie. If you saw the trailer and you liked it, and you like these type of movies, go see it. You'll have a blast. If you don't, ignore it. You won't like it. Beyond that, there's really nothing else Home Again is good for. I will give Home Again a 4.5 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Home Again. What are your thoughts on this film, or do you like romantic comedies? What's your favorite romantic comedy? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Burke, and this has been the clever critics. Goodbye.